And here we are again. How are you, Libra? My beautiful Libra. Is everything okay, Libra? See what we got for you guys, okay? For this first week of August, from the 4th, I believe, to the 10th, roughly speaking. Let's see what we got. So general reading, Libra, okay? If you need anything personal, bottom left is the address. And then it's going to be a totally different story. Okay, Libra. See what we got. We're going to look at past, present, and future. Any warnings, any insight. All right. Now, let's see what the overall energy is for you guys, meaning from the spiritual standpoint. This is what you're dealing with on planet Earth. But this is from the spiritual standpoint. No pun intended, because look at this. Oh my God, Libra. Wow. Libra, Libra, Libra. You got angels all over the places here. 3 angels. Are you kidding me? Temperance. So first of all, this is a blessed card, meaning this is an angel, your guardian angel, coming to your aid and giving you what you need, okay? See? Filling up your cup with love or whatever you need. But at the same time, temperance, of course, means slow down. Don't rush. Things are going to be fine. No worry. You're going to be fine. So now, that's the overall energy. But let's see what you instead are dealing with in the material plane. I told you it was going to be a spiritual reading. It's all about spirituality here. So it looks like, Libra, you're having either a consultation, maybe somebody like me, they want to take my seminar. But it looks like you're on a spiritual journey here. There's too many spiritual cards here to think otherwise. So let me see what you've been dealing with. There you go. Oh my God. Oh my God. So first of all, you're probably dealing with a Sagittarius. We have too many Sagittarius cards here, number 1. Number 2, you're dealing with your soulmate, generational soulmate. This relationship only comes about, this type of soulmate, when you are spiritually ready. In other words, this is not like the other soulmate where you fight all the time and you make up. That soulmate is first time around. Also, that is designed to mirror you. In other words, the reason why you argue all the time with the other soulmate, you know which one I'm talking about? The reason why you argue all the time is because they show you what you don't like about yourself. So of course you blame them and then blame you, but in reality, you're showing each other the ugly parts you don't like about yourself. So they force you to face it, and you're going to argue and fight. This is the one right here. Until you start appreciating yourself and loving yourself. That is the main purpose of that soulmate. Now, this soulmate here instead is the real deal. This is generational, meaning you guys are keeping on coming back together lifetime after lifetime. Perhaps this was when you were a child. Maybe you went to elementary school together and you could never forget them. Maybe now you're 50, 60, who knows? You got married, you have children, but you cannot forget them. Maybe they were a neighbor, you were playing together, and then they moved away, or you haven't seen them for 45 years. It doesn't matter. You will never forget that. You are meant to be together. So that kind of soulmate is this kind here. In other words, lovers, real lovers, Adam and Eve, meant for each other, meant for one another. It's a totally different story than the other soulmate. This is the generational, contractual. The other one instead is to improve yourself. So this card here, it's has a couple of main meaning. One is literally moving, gathering your belongings and moving. You can see there. Maybe a job transfer. Maybe you're going to meet them while you transfer somewhere else. But this is also the card of achievement. This fellow went outside in the bush before winter to gather some wood, lumber for the winter, for his chimney, for his fireplace. And he got what he needed. He got 10 sticks of lumber. That's enough for the winter. So it is an achievement. So again, that's very important. And here we have some fast-moving news, or things are moving ahead very quickly. Perhaps you guys met, and now you say, hey, let's do something together. And you guys are moving things along very, very quickly. So this is very positive on the side here. When I saw this at the beginning, it had to be positive, right? Now, Seth, we need to clarify this at all. Not really. No. Well, let's pull 3 cards just for the hell of it. Okay, you might be dealing with an Aries. Wow, my God. Look at this. Look at this. So, the reason why Seth says there was a need to clarify, because it could only get even better, meaning what we said before, it's now even stronger. So there you have it. So not only this person might be a Aries, could also be a Sagittarius, could be a Gemini or Aquarius, but it is a very stable, wise, long-term, unmovable, unshakable relationship. It doesn't get any better. So that's it. Now, you might have been working at it for a little while. So you went from the 9 of Wands to the 10 of Wands. In other words, you didn't give up. You did not surrender when you felt tired and sick and maybe rejected. You say, no, we're meant to be. So you kept on going until you went to the 10 of Wands, which means achievement. And here's your wish fulfilled. There you go. Couldn't be any clearer than that. So all I can say on this side is congratulations, my dear friends. Now, so you're having a spiritual awakening, meaning all of this beauty, all of this love, all of this rewarding, and you feel so good that not only you feel like you need and want to elevate yourself on a higher plane spiritually, but I do also recommend it. In other words, when you experience this kind of events, you need to step up. You cannot stay at the lower frequency again, where perhaps you were afraid of losing them, or you're worried about, am I going to lose them? Is this too good to be true? So let me pull a card for this card right here. You need to stabilize. You need to realize that you need to be happy with yourself financially, legally. The Libra, well, this is you. But not only that, this also symbolizes fairness. Get rid of any loose ends. Do you have a divorce you haven't finished yet? Do you have, I don't know, do you owe money, or take care of any unfinished business? It's also the card of justice, meaning what is yours will be yours. So that's really nice. Now, let's see what's coming up for you guys. So this is what's been happening until now. What did I just tell you? If you owe money to anyone, just pay it off. And if they owe you money, you're going to get it back. And also, I said, finish your legal issue. There's a love offer, and there is the victory. It simply doesn't get any better than this, Libra. So, you are going to receive a love offer. This is what's building up in the background. You're going to receive a love offer, and you're going to be so happy, it's not even funny. We have a victory at the end. Now, this offer is going to surprise you, because perhaps this is a person you knew before, maybe neighbors, when you were children, when you went to school, high school, wherever. So you consider him a friend, and perhaps you say, you have a crush on me? Yeah, because we're soulmates. So without them, my dear friends, you feel like you have nothing. It is your gift, and it is you guys going places. Once you meet them, see, you have completed your old way of being. This is a restoration of the soul. So this is definitely a brand new coming up, okay? Brand new version. Now, once you meet them and you start talking and you spend even an hour together, without them by your side, you're going to feel like lost. You got nothing. So this is like a gift from God almost, because you see the hand of God. So the hand of God is bringing you this offer here. And there's total victory. Now, the chariot symbolizes literally going on a trip, but it also symbolizes going places. In other words, you guys are going to be extremely successful. This is a beautiful reading. It's not the best reading I've ever seen for you guys, but it is a very beautiful, it's a very happy ending. When you thought that you're never going to have a real love, here it comes. Real love. Okay? Perfect. As far as signs you might be dealing with, I'm not going to mention all of them, just the main one. So I said you have Sagittarius, you have Gemini, Aries, Taurus, Libra, and Pisces, and perhaps Leo over here. Now, love message. By the way, you guys, I'm going to pull a yes or no coin in a moment. So if you have a question, just hold on to it and we'll address it in a couple of minutes. La, 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 la. Let's see what your Archangel would like to say here. Eight of Michael. You can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation. Not seeing things clearly. So you need to see things clearly. You're going to need to have a clear mind for what's happening to you right now. You're going to be very happy, my dear friends. So prepare for that, okay? Now, let's see if anyone would like to send you a message, or if the Oracle would like to send you a message. It is so hot today. I have the air conditioning going, but I hope it's not. Yeah, I don't think it's coming through the microphone. So you're feeling hopeless right now. Are you daydreaming about this? So do you know what happens when we daydream? We manifest. So stop feeling hopeless, depressed, and other thoughts. Instead, daydream about what you want, and you're going to manifest it. There you go. All right. So now we're going to do your yes or no coin. So think of your question, and then we're going to do the compatibility run. Okay? Ready? Your answer is beautiful. Yes. Gorgeous. Okay, my dear friends in Libra. Let's see how compatible you are right now with other signs. Not in general, but this time of the year. So we start with Aries, we're going to go around, okay? So Libra and Aries right now, a very loving but not a happy relationship. I don't know, you're going to cry a lot. I think you might fall in love with Aries so much that it's going to be a one-way relationship. And you're just going to cry and cry and cry. All right. With Taurus, forget it. Don't even think about it. You won't be able to move a finger. Libra with Gemini. Libra with Gemini, it comes in very fast and it leaves very fast. Libra with Cancer. Libra with Cancer, we have decision, decision, decision. This going to be either a forever thing or a nothing thing, okay? Libra with Leo, a lot of talk, a lot of planning. You can go places, but I don't know if you're going to get tired of the talking. With Virgo, a wish come true. Two Libras together. You can go places, yes, a lot of planning. Yeah, you can make it happen. With Scorpio, you're going to find yourself at the balcony or at the window waiting for them to come home because they're out every night. With Sagittarius, soulmates. With Capricorn, achievement. With Aquarius, yeah, it can work. It will be surprising to you, but it can work, yes. They're going to surprise you. And finally, with Pisces, cannot make up your mind. Too scattered, the two of you. Okay. I hope you liked the reading. Thank you so much. If you subscribe to the channel yet, click right there. And it's free anyways, and that really helps the channel. Don't forget, Sundays we have 1 hour of free Q&A for subscribers only. And of course, this is a general reading. So if you don't feel that it fits you, don't force it. It's for somebody else. There are no changes for you this week. And if you instead you want like a real 100% personal, then on the other side, SethTeachings.org, bottom left, go there and book it. You're going to be blown away what you're going to learn. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Big hug.